Hello and welcome to the Autism News Network. My name is Frampton Gwinnett, and I'm joined today by the A to the K. That is Ainsley Knight.
Hey Doc,
Hey Ainsley, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm really excited about today's podcast.
Yes, it's going to be a very special pod to a lot of people out there. Do you want to tell the audience what we're going to talk about?
So, we're going to talk about this group, Australian group from Down Under that I grew up listening to. They're called the Wiggles, and every time I hear one of their songs, I get nostalgic. It tugs at my heartstrings every single time. I
Oh,
loved them, and I still do. It's just not the same because there's new members now, but we'll get to that later.
okay, yeah. How old were you when you first started listening to the Wiggles?
I was I was little, but I don't remember how old I was. I was introduced to them when I was born. So,
Okay, so out of the womb, huh?
yes. when,
Wow.
when I
Yeah.
came to America, I was introduced to them.
Okay.
I had an audio tape, so yeah.
Yeah, and then did you have like DVDs and VHS tapes too?
Oh, oh yes. I had VHS tapes. I
Yeah.
had the first one I had was Wiggly Playtime. No. An audio cassette called Toot Toot. Then I had a VHS tape called Wiggly Playtime. I would watch that one over and over again. Then later, I had a VHS tape, Wiggly Safari, which included the Irwin family. They went to the Australia Zoo, and the Irwin family showed them around the zoo and showed them all the animals and stuff, which I thought was pretty cool. And since then, they've made millions of CDs, DVDs. Oh, there's so many I can name.
Yeah. And do you know if the Wiggles have like an origin story? Like, how did these guys get started?
How they got started was Anthony, the Blue Wiggle. He was the founder of the group, and he and the others were studying early education in Sydney, and so he and his brother thought, "Hey, why don't we form a kids group?" And so one of Anthony's brothers had a song called "Mr. Wiggles Comes to Town," and he thought that was a cute name. So they thought the Wiggles sounded like a really cute name for a preschool group. And so they started in a preschool, actually.
Wow.
And the
Talk,
kids into it. They were like jumping up and down. They were like really excited.
that is unbelievable. So very humble beginnings.
Yes.
And then they became like a global phenomenon.
Yes. Later on they started booming in North America. They sold CDs, audio cassettes, and VHS tapes and DVDs, and they played concerts, and it would just be like it was just really popular when it hit North America.
Yeah. Did you ever go to a concert?
I saw them live when I was little, and I don't remember it, but um, mom took me, and I got a Wiggles T-shirt, which is long gone now,
Yeah.
and I got a Wiggles art box, which is probably still in the garage if I'm not mistaken. So
Mm-hmm. So I would imagine one of their concerts is like 10,000 kids, little kids losing their minds.
yes, and then the adults also get in it too.
Is that right?
Yes, later on it was little kids first, and then the adults started getting into it. And in 2019, they had a bushfire relief concert, and all the adults were there, and the kids too, and they were just singing along and everything.
Oh, because the kids had grown up into adults.
Yes,
Oh, wow.
it was really nostalgic for them, and they've changed ever since the three members retired. They've really grown. Murray's grown his hair out. Anthony is 61 years old. Greg is not doing it anymore because of his condition. And Jeff is doing it. Jeff's not doing it anymore because he's just old in general. So
Wow. So those guys have stepped down and retired after a long career.
Anthony is still doing it. And one of his daughters is a Wiggle now, too. But thing is, I don't know how I feel about women in the group. No offense to women out there.
Yeah, it's just different, huh?
Different. And it's change, and I can't stand change because the four members are who I grew up with.
Right.
I Murray, Jeff, Greg, and Anthony. I didn't want the three of them to retire. That just broke my heart.
Yeah. So they retired in 2019, you said? Or
2012.
2012. Okay. But the group is still going?
Yes, it's still going. The Can I tell you about each of the members and what their personalities are like?
Absolutely.
So the first one obviously is Greg. He is was the lead singer of the group. He did magic tricks. He's really good at them too. Um he was the no nonsense kind of person. The next one is Anthony. He was the hungry one. He liked eating. He loves fruit salad.
Hmm.
And, there's actually a song in there. There's a song called Fruit Salad by that group, and they encourage kids to eat healthy. And it's just and it's cute and silly, and Murray was the one that played guitar. There's a song named after him called "Play Your Guitar with Murray," and I just think that's really sweet of them to do that. And he is my favorite one, and he still is. He will always have a special place in my heart. Always. Jeff was the sleepy one. Whenever he fell asleep, the Wiggles would be like, "Can you help us wake up Jeff?" On the count of three. One, two, three. Wake up, Jeff!
Oh,
It
I bet.
was the cutest thing. I loved it. I loved seeing them on DVDs and VHS tapes, and
Oh, for sure.
I really miss them, Doc. I miss them.
So the new group is not the same.
No, it's not. There's quite a few women in the group. I think three women, if I'm not mistaken.
There's four Wiggles and three of them are women, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And there's Anthony, Simon, and Lockie, three men, and there's three women. So,
Okay. Is it a group of six when they perform, or do they rotate through?
uh, I'm not sure how the new group operates, but I'm surprised that Anthony is still doing it after all these years. He said he didn't feel like retirement was the path for him. I'm like, good choice, Anthony, and yeah, it's not the same.
Now, I would imagine those guys made a lot of money, huh?
They did.
Yeah. Did they have songwriters, or did they write all the music also?
Oh no, they wrote all the music, and they had like producers, and they had people to help them, and
That's incredible.
it is.
So, what's the future of the Wiggles?
Um, I'm not sure yet, but when they were really when they exploded in North America, when they became popular, little kids and their parents were just like all over them, and it was just like really, really awesome.
Yeah.
Now on to a tougher subject. Health problems. Quite all four of them had health problems, but Greg's was very concerning. He had orthostatic intolerance, which means basically if he moved, he passed out. If he moved, he passed out, and it was really concerning. And they did a bushfire relief concert in 2019 for the relief for the bushfires in Australia. And Greg, towards the end of the show, Greg, he collapsed. He had a massive heart attack.
Oh,
Yeah, and Murray was really concerned. He was like, "We're gonna end the show there, guys. Greg's not feeling real well." And Greg's like, "No, keep performing." And I was like, and so
that's terrible.
Anthony was distraught. He was upset. Greg was
How
crying.
old are these guys now?
Murray, I don't know how old he is. Jeff, I'm not sure. Greg, I'm not sure either. But Anthony is 61.
Okay. And so the original, what color shirt does Anthony wear?
Blue.
Okay.
And and so for the so yeah. So it's pretty scary stuff. Anthony had a whole slew of health problems growing up when he was just starting the group, and he he would have like stomach he would have he has food sensitivities, he has issues with his back. Murray, I don't know what kind of health problems he had. And Jeff, he had to have a pacemaker put in. It's quite scary stuff. Health problems
There
with
were
that.
five Wiggles originally?
Hmm?
There were five Wiggles originally?
No, four.
Four. Okay.
There's also four other characters. There's Captain Feathersword, which is he's a friendly pirate. There's Wags the dog, which is a dog. Dorothy the dinosaur, that was Murray's idea, and Henry the octopus. And so those are their friends. So
Okay.
for the children, Greg, I don't think has any, or a wife. I can't remember. Murray has some kids, and the reason he retired because he wanted to spend time with his family, and that's understandable. But if I had the chance to meet him, I would have said, "Why did you do this? Do you know what? Kids love you, and grown-up kids love you too." And like, I don't know, it was just a low blow to me.
Heartbreaking.
Heartbreaking, yes. Anthony has kids too. Jeff is single, so that's all I'll say about that.
Okay. Cool. And so, man, they just had a massive impact. And I saw somewhere they started in 1991.
Yes.
They've been around for over 30 years now, 34
Oh,
years.
that's crazy.
Yeah, truly is. Um, so if they were to come around now with the current lineup, would you go to a concert, you think?
Probably not.
Okay. Because it's just
Yeah,
not
I don't know how I feel about women in the group. It's just, I mean, I know I'm one, but I don't know how I feel about that.
right.
Yeah.
No, I get it. Change is hard. When you have autism, it's hard, right?
Yeah.
Um, do you think a lot of autistic individuals like are big fans of the Wiggles?
Yes, they do visit kids in hospitals. They they have some kids to help them sing their songs. I've seen a little girl with Down syndrome. I've seen a little boy in a wheelchair, those motor chairs. Um, they made an impact on kids with like they have like life threatening illnesses and challenges and stuff, and their parents were forever grateful to them.
Yeah. No, absolutely. That's great that they've been so dedicated to really kids, right?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
and they've impacted kids that have had a rotten childhood and weren't taken great care of, and
It's fantastic. So
it,
who's your favorite Wiggle?
Murray, he's still alive today, but he's
Yeah.
not anymore, sadly,
Okay.
and I'm heartbroken by that.
Do you know when he got out of the group or?
2012, same as Greg and Jeff.
Okay. So he's like a big musician, I guess.
Yes, he has a ton. He has a lot of guitars. He is with a group called the Soul Movers now, which it's it's just it's just ridiculous that he had to leave.
Really? Yeah. You thought he should have stayed in the group, huh?
Yes.
Well, he
It, could you hear my mom in the background? I'm sorry.
no.
She said, "Ainsley, that's enough." So do you wanna edit that out?
Yeah. So, well, very good. Well, this has been a lot of great information.
I'm sorry. I thought she was
Doing an appointment. We're doing
having
a
an
podcast.
appointment.
Yeah, we're doing a podcast, Mama
And I was
Jean.
like, oh my goodness, this is so off topic.
Nope, we are very much on topic. We're talking about the Wiggles.
So if you edit out the Ainsley, that's enough.
Sure.
Hey, Mama. Hey, Mama Jean.
We didn't know she was doing this. We walked in.
Yeah. Well, it worked out perfectly.
Good.
This is more than I ever knew about the Wiggles, and we've got a diehard fan here.
Yes.
Yeah, that is great. Well, awesome. Well, if you're listening out there, Murray, you've got a huge fan in Charleston, South Carolina. So if you're in town, we'd love to go see you perform somewhere.
Please come to Charleston, Murray. Please. And I would also like to go to Outback Steakhouse with you for lunch.
Right on. A fan meet and greet, huh?
Yes. I would love to meet him and the group.
Well,
And I would love to sing one of their songs with them.
what's your favorite Wiggles song of all time?
Oh, I knew you were going to ask that. They have a lot of good songs out there, Doc, but I don't know if I have a favorite. That's hard to choose.
Yeah.
Probably "Rockabye Your Bear" because it has simple motions and it's sort of like a lullaby, and yeah, that's my all-time favorite one. And every time I hear it, I'm like, oh my gosh, nostalgia
Are
again.
there songs and performances designed to teach kids?
Yes,
Like teach them language?
yeah, language, culture, movement, exercise, eating healthy, that kind of thing.
That's great. Well, they've done a lot of good for the world.
They have.
Let us
Wait till you hear the amount of shows they do. You will be so shocked.
tell me.
In an interview I watched, Murray said that they do 500 shows a year.
That's crazy.
300 to 500. I'm like, there's no way I could do that.
Just relentless touring, huh?
Yes. Like you're home for a bit and then you're off on the road again. It's like, oh my goodness.
A lot. I guess that's how they make their living.
It is. It was for a while.
Well, this has been so fun. AK, thank you for this time and this really education about the Wiggles. And there's a lot more to them than people think, right?
And it's just nostalgic and it just warms my heart every time I hear a song by them from the old group.
Yeah.
I love it. I still do to this day.
Music can be very nostalgic, where it takes you right back to those old days.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, very, very good. Well, we look forward to having you join us again, AK, on the next installment of your pod.
Murray, Greg, Jeff, Anthony, love you guys. I want to meet you one day. Please reach out to me. Please come to Charleston. Please come. I would love to see all four of you.
Oh, that's very great. Our heartfelt message to the original Wiggles cast. And this has been the Autism News Network, here with one of our original cast members, Ainsley Knight, also known as AK. We thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and hope that you'll join us next time on the Autism News Network. Bye for now.
See ya, everybody.